Arizona Democrat Adelita Grijalva was elected to Congress last month in a special election to succeed her father, but she's still waiting to be sworn in. House Speaker Mike Johnson, who has to administer the oath of office, says he can't act on that until the House gets back from its recess, which he says is not going to happen until the federal shutdown is resolved. But Democrats point out 2 Florida Republicans were sworn in early while Congress was out of session. Mike Johnson had this to say.
Family and friends in town. In fact, there's no one here. It's like a ghost town. So we're going to administer her oath as soon as she gets back. This has zero to do with Epstein.
Procedure is what's really behind the delay. Now, Arizona's Attorney General is saying she would take legal action if Speaker Johnson continues to refuse to swear in Grijalva.
We are joined now by Arizona Representative-Elect Adelita Grijalva to talk about why she thinks she's being stalled. Everyone has an opinion, and what this means for her district. First of all, thanks for joining us. Why do you think this is a stall tactic?
Well, as you mentioned earlier in the little clip, there are 2 representatives that were sworn in on a pro forma session like the one we're going to have today, in under 24 hours from the date of their election. And those are 2 Republicans from Florida. But there was also Representative Walkinshaw, who was sworn in under 24 hours. And so my being sworn in doesn't change the number of Democrats in office. Republicans are still going to have the majority. And so the only other thing that we can point to is the fact that I'm going to be the 218th signer to the discharge petition to release the Epstein files.
Now, we know Speaker Johnson has said he's in favor of releasing the Epstein documents. So why do you believe that that's what's at play here?
Well, why haven't the documents been released then? If he's in favor, a majority of the nation wants to see it. This was one of the promises that Trump made when he was running for office, that on day 1, the Epstein files were going to be released. So what is the holdup? And then a couple of months ago, Speaker Johnson literally ended votes, sent everyone home early to avoid having a vote on the Epstein files. So it's very suspicious otherwise. And honestly, I'm not a conspiracy theorist type of person. Like the most plausible reason is the reason. And so I literally on election night, someone came up to me and said, they're not going to swear you in because of the Epstein files. And I thought, no way. Yeah, here we are. My race was certified yesterday. Today is 22 days since my election that I've been now not sworn in. Our constituents do not have a voice in Congress. I have no services in the district, no staff, no budget. I mean, there are real consequences to playing games with my swearing in, and it impacts 800.
I think we lost you there for 1 second, but I just want to pick you back up here. And you were touching on with Congress at a standstill, your seat's still vacant. You were talking about those consequences. What does that mean for the people of your district?
It means that 811,000 people do not. My father passed away 7 months ago on the 13th. And so there has been no co-sponsoring of legislation. Services still continued in the district until September 23rd. And on that date, all of the offices were closed, insignias were taken off. I mean, we are in the middle of a shutdown with 58,000 people in Arizona alone that are federal employees that have impacts to their day-to-day. Veterans that need services because so much is being cut. Families whose children are have special education needs that are going to need an advocate. And I am sitting here twiddling my thumbs. I can't do my job, literally cannot, until I get sworn in.
And our condolences on your loss, on the death of your father, by the way. Importantly, what is your first priority, other than you've already addressed the issue of the Epstein files and signing on to release those files? What do you want to see happen in your district? What's your first priority legislatively?
So when we were campaigning, all we heard about is like protecting our democracy, protecting our rights, standing up for the environment. and pushing climate, acknowledging climate change and protecting our environment, public education, comprehensive immigration reform. But truly, truly, where we are right now is protecting this democracy that we all grew up with.
Arizona Representative-Elect Adelita Grijalva, we really appreciate you joining us and shedding insight for us.